You know what the big problem with dogs is? That humans are involved. That's exactly it. If they were out in the wild, they'd have no problems. But they're not. They live here around humans. And there's this like unrealistic shit that human beings, like we have put on the dogs. You know, Lassie, the dog has psychic abilities and knows when little Johnny's, ankle is stuck on the railroad tracks or whatever. There's this nonsense. People are so unrealistic with dogs. Poor dogs. We have 4 million being put down every year, 4 million. Then there's the ones that live in backyards and they live these shit lives and they die in the backyard. So tack on another 4 million. Don't say that they don't exist. I personally know of these. I can't think of one person that I'm related to other than people that, no, I can think of one person that can train a dog. One of my uncles. He's still around. He can train a dog. My father, when I think about my friends, I think that all of them would be incompetent with dogs. And all of them are in the same situation, meaning at points they want to get a dog, but they don't really want to train it properly. They want to use some kind of hybrid method or experiment on the dog. There's also this nonsense of like, I want to love the dog. I hear people contact me and they'll say, oh, it's a really loving dog. And I'm thinking, oh, so you're an idiot. You're saying it's a loving dog? Love is a complex human emotion. That's a dog. You're confused. People will contact me with just nonsense. Oh, it's a really well-behaved dog, but it bit Aunt Sally. Or, something along that line. Oh, it's really well-behaved. It's got great manners, except when I'm on the leash trying to walk it outside. It lunges and barks at strangers. It's good with everybody except the mailman or the UPS guy. Just countless, just nonsense. I can think of a situation so many times that somebody will say, I want you to train my dog, but it's a puppy. Could you do it in 30 days? Oh, so you don't want the dog conditioned properly. You just want it half-assed. That's how you want. You want to spend some money. I've had people have their dogs trained, and then like getting them to do the private lessons is like pulling teeth. It is. Like there's a certain amount of time everybody needs to learn how to hold the leash right. That could be anywhere from 3 to 4 days. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't care if you're a professional athlete. I already dealt with that before. You have to learn how to hold a leash, and nobody's known. You're not born knowing how to do this. You have to learn from somebody. I learned from my father. You can't learn from TV, from watching Cesar Millan. That's another example of shit that's being put out there to, just tire the dog out. Tire the dog out? So you're gonna do that? Don't you have a job? So every day you're gonna walk at 45 minutes in the morning and 45 minutes in the evening? Why don't you spend 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the evening training and, doing drills with the dog? Having the dog sit, no. That would mean that I'd have to think, where if I'm walking the dog, I can put some headphones on and ignore the dog, and I can just walk around thinking like I'm doing something for the dog. Bullshit. Everybody in this country that's getting a dog should realize that you have to have training. And training takes a certain amount of time. If you don't have the time, why wouldn't you give it to somebody that does have the time? Like pass your dog off. For me, it'd be like 3 months. I've had people say like, no, I can't be away from my baby for 3 months. Yet, when the dog's 10 years old, will it even make it to being 10 years old? That's the point. Love is conditional for human beings. It is. It's conditional. I guarantee you, the idiots that get the dog and then have a child, like they get a puppy, and then 9 or 10 months later, they're having the kid. Those dogs are expendable. If there's any problems, you know what's said. I gave that dog everything, and this is the thanks that I get, is they're sending it off and rationalizing that it's going to a really good place. F you, F you. That's one of them that they do. And then the other common one is, that dog is stupid. That dog's stupid. You just don't know how to train the dog, because there is no dog that's smart. I have two clients here right now. One's a Labrador and one's a Australian cattle dog. Let me tell you something about the Labrador, that I've had those dogs so many times. I have owned a Labrador. I grew up with those dogs. Dumber than rocks. That's not what the Labrador is about. And then the Australian cattle dog that's in there, like maybe a little bit of a problem solver, but it's a dog. It's not smart. None of them are smart. That's not what the dog is about. They're all trainable. And if you treat them right, they have a good life. But if you're like, no, it's too difficult. I can't spend any time away from the puppy. I'll just love it. As if love is enough for the canine. It's not. It doesn't understand your love. It doesn't have love in its world. The only thing that would be comparable would be respect. So if the dog shows respect to you or your kids or other human beings, that would be love. But love is a complex human emotion that your dog can't experience. For you to think that your love is important, get your ass out there and train the dog. And know that if you got a puppy, at 8 months, that dog could jump over a picnic bench and kill a squirrel or a rat or bite a kid. It's all on you. If you sat around wanting to love the dog and get the dog excited with baby talk, it's all on you. When that dog's going back to the animal shelter, or you're rationalizing some bullshit, getting rid of that dog, giving it to somebody that has a yard so that the dog can run, it's all on you, and you're the fucking creep. You are the fucking creep.